Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. In today's Pick a Flower reading, I'm asking the question, what is the soul lesson that you are moving through right now? If you haven't been here, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So go ahead, choose one of these 4 lovely tulips, click the corresponding timestamp down below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. In today's Pick a Flower reading, I'm asking the question, what is the lesson that you are moving through on your soul's journey right now? So if you haven't been here, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. And for today's reading, you chose group number 1 with the lovely pastel pink tulip, and we are doing a short and sweet channeled message from the tulip. So let's see what this tulip has to say to you today. A part of you has always known exactly where you're walking, exactly what you're doing. You followed your instinct, you followed your gut, you followed those gentle nudgings along the way. You may not have known exactly where they've been leading you this whole time, but you're an expert at knowing your inner voice, listening intently, and knowing the right time to make a move and the right time to stay still. I promise you, this journey is worth it, and there are no missteps. Sometimes detours are meant to be. And you can trust in your soul's guidance. You can trust in your internal compass. You are on the right path. All right, lovely. Thank you, beautiful tulip, for that lovely message. So I've already pulled a few cards for you guys. We have a couple of tarot cards from the Tarot Flora, and your first one is the Page of Cups, and your second is the Empress. Wow, those are 2 very beautiful tarot cards to get. I do have to cover the Empress's breasts, unfortunately, since we are on YouTube. Little piece of, I think this is rose quartz. Maybe rose quartz is a stone that would be helpful for you. But anyway, so Page of Cups, and then our 3 oracle cards. We have number 35 with culmination of vision, which is actually pretty powerful considering the message that came through with the tulip. There was this underlying energy of you're following these internal nudgings and you're following your instincts and your intuition. You don't know where you're going, but with this message, with this card, it says culmination of vision. We also have butterflies, monarch butterflies flying here, and then we have this kind of fall energy in the tree. So it's almost giving this energy of a transformation. So when you follow your internal nudgings, when you follow your instincts, it's as if you are a caterpillar, just doing what is right, doing what is naturally encoded in your DNA. And the caterpillar may not, of course the caterpillar doesn't consciously know, like, okay, it's time to go into the cocoon and become a butterfly, but like it instinctually just does it. It's who it is. And that's the feeling of what's coming, like, or what you're walking towards, is this deepening into trust of your innate wisdom and just what's encoded in you. And I think you are so good at following those instincts, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit for that. I think that sometimes you take a journey that feels like you're taking the long way around, but I promise you it's not the long way around. It's the way that's complete, where others will take shortcuts to get to a destination and they'll leave behind parts of themselves to get there. You will never leave behind any part of yourself, any part of your instinct, your intuition, any part of your soul. You will never leave behind yourself to get somewhere in life or to attain something in life. You will always just allow yourself to fall into completion, into wholeness, into the truth and authenticity of who you are, and let that be your journey. And that's such a beautiful thing. Like, it's just such a gift and a profound skill that not a lot of, it's not even a skill. I wouldn't even call it a skill, because a skill is something you have to cultivate. This is you trusting in something that's just natural. Okay, let's pull the rest of your oracle cards. We also have wow, I mean, come on. We have a lotus flower with unfoldment. And then we have 55 with acceptance. And over here, it is kind of like fall colors, fall vibes. And then over here, you know, with the Page of Cups and the lotus, it is more like this fresh, light, new energy. It just seems like you're working from this place of fertility and abundance and unconditional love for the self, a deep trust for who you are. The Empress is nature herself. And as with nature, you recognize that there is a time and a season for everything. There's a natural flow to fall into. There's a harmony that occurs when you just allow yourself to fall into the flow of what is innate for you. You end up in the places you're meant to be in, around the people you're meant to be with. And everything kind of just unfolds beautifully. But, you know, there are those seasons of barrenness, of coldness, of wintering. There's those seasons of letting go, of shedding, of transformation that can be painful or confusing. But then again, there is the spring season. And I think you're entering, it feels like there's this trajectory here. You're entering into a spring season of your life. You're entering into a playfulness, a lightheartedness, a sense of joy that maybe you haven't felt in a while. And it feels rooted and grounded in safety. You feel held. It's like if the Empress is the mother, the Page of Cups is the child. And I just feel like there's this holistic energy happening here where you feel truly safe and free to be all of who you are in your lightness, in your depth. And there's something that is being orchestrated by the divine in your life, by the natural cycles and flow of nature. There's a harmonization that's happening in your world where blessings are coming in and you're being, in a way, rewarded. I wouldn't necessarily use that wording. I think it's just, this is just like natural law just coming into order, you know? But it kind of feels like you're being rewarded for following your instincts and, you know, day in, day out, listening to your inner voice and honoring it so deeply that every step you take in your life has been from that place. There is a reward for that, you know? There is, I mean, the patience that it takes to continuously just day in, day out, stay in integrity with your soul and take actions from a place of alignment without rushing, without pushing to try to make something happen that's out of alignment for you. What you're walking towards in your life is something that will be sustained, something that will last a lifetime, a sense of abundance and joy that can never be taken from you, a sense of security, rootedness that can never waver. The lotus flower with unfoldment, like the lotus is, the symbolism with that is, you know, the lotus has that muck, like its roots go down deep into the muck underneath the water. And then the flower itself is just so beautiful and light and shining, like just open and vulnerable in the light of day. And with the word acceptance being over here, and I actually love that we also have, so the two numbers that we have here, we have 35 and 55. And 35 reduces to 8, which is abundance. The Empress is about abundance. 55 reduces to 10, which is like a culmination and a fruition of something, a new beginning. And with the word acceptance being here, you are someone who knows how to accept all elements of life. Like you understand that what goes up must come down and what goes down must eventually come back up. And you're able to ride the waves of life with such grace. And one of those reasons is because you've learned how to listen to that instinct and that inner voice, and you've taken all of the steps in your life based off of that. So you're becoming stronger and more steady and more resilient and more deep, like more rooted in who you are, and recognizing that who you are is born of love. And so the profound pillar of love that you are, the more you move into your life through these gut instincts and choices based off of soul and integrity, the more like deepened you are into the pillar of strength and love that you are. So this feels like a life soul lesson that you're learning. This is something that, this is what it is. The lesson that you're learning is that there is a payoff to living life this way. This is the middle path. And so along the way, you do make certain sacrifices to follow this integrity aligned path. But there is a payoff to this that's more profound and more real than anything you could have attained by swaying from your path and trying to control an outcome or trying to attain something before it's the right time, the right season. So what you're learning right now is the abundance that comes in, the overflow and the love that shines on your life. And your capacity to receive it is deeper than if you were to have taken a shortcut. Like, okay, blessings coming into your world. Let's say an overflow of abundance and money comes into your world. It's something you've been working towards, and you've been doing it at over time, with consistent effort, with providing a service, with building something that means something. But you've had to, in the meantime, sacrifice. Perhaps you had to make less money along the way, and you've had to kind of stay in a limited resourced energy. And whereas you could have followed a well-worn path and just gained abundance right away. But this kind of abundance is something that you're building that lasts a long time. And this is just an example. But, oh man, I feel like I'm off the rails a little. Where was I going with that? Oh, my point is these blessings were going to come in one way or another, but because you took this path where you were more aligned holistically, where you were focused on all elements of life and making sure you were staying true to who you were along the way, you are going to be incredibly receptive to what's coming in. Whereas you wouldn't have been able to truly enjoy the blessings that are meant for you if you hadn't taken this path. And you'll see, that's the lesson. You'll see these blessings, blessings are coming into your world. Blessings of, I would say, abundance and love, because the Page of Cups is and joy and a spirit of freedom, a free spirited energy. I feel like you're entering into a time where you're able to just be light and playful and free, but you're so rooted at the same time. And in the material, this could come in as new friendships, new adventures you go on. This could be with the Empress, abundance, money, sustenance, having everything you need to feel so rooted that you can fly free. Maybe having everything that you need so you can take a month to go on an adventure, to travel, that kind of thing. It's that balance is there. And this is a lifestyle you've created as opposed to something you've just attained. So this is a beautiful life lesson. This isn't a hard lesson at all. This is a great lesson to learn. This is a light lesson to learn. This is something that's hard work pays off. Staying in alignment pays off. And here you go. Here's the proof, So beautiful. All right. I think this was your message, group number 1. Feel free to comment, or drop a flower emoji if this resonated. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions and more in-depth, immersive pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention for this space is to be a spiritual lifeline, a place of healing, clarity, and soul alignment where you can feel safe to unfold in your most authentic, abundant, and fulfilled self. Each month within the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme for 2 pick a flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what unfolds in the infinite prayer. Using Holy Fire Reiki, prayer, and intuitively guided visualizations, messages, and affirmations, I channel a powerful transmission each month inspired by its corresponding reading. If you choose the Overflow membership, you'll receive everything in Wellspring along with access to every extended Infinite Prayer session connected to monthly in-depth readings here on YouTube. If this space is calling to you, you can find everything linked in the description below. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you. You're also welcome to explore my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and my signature phrase, "Hello, lovely human." With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and abundance. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. In today's Pick a Flower reading, I am asking the question, what is the soul lesson that you are moving through right now? So if you haven't been to my channel, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. And you chose group number 2. So the flowers that we have today are pastel pink tulips, bringing in a fresh spring energy. And the energy that's coming through right now with this flower is signs of spring, like signs that you're like what you want in your life is coming into fruition and taking them seriously. So there's a message here right off the bat coming from the flower that there are signs coming into your world that are heralding a new era for you, heralding a blessing, and you know what those signs are. And you tend to discount them or try to shield your heart or try to just not take them too seriously, to not get your hopes up. But there's a message here to take them seriously. They are true. You're not getting your hopes up. I think it's good to stay detached from the how. Like it's good to stay detached from how these things show up for you in the physical world. But I promise you the signs are real. And if you can just let things that come in and mirror something to you that give you hope, but maybe that say you're on a love journey and you're manifesting love and someone comes in and they spark a curiosity in your heart and soul and you think, oh, maybe this is the one. And then they're not, they exit just as soon as they enter. That spark that is like awakened in your heart, that's still true. That's still a sign that the one is coming. Your heart is opening. That is proof that love is on the horizon. But there's, and this is just an example. This can be about anything in your life that you're trying to create and manifest. But take those awakenings as truth and just detach from how it'll show up, because it will show up. You just have to trust. Don't let go. Don't let go because one thing didn't work out. It's because that wasn't meant for you. That wasn't the thing. That wasn't the fulfillment. Trust that. Okay, cool. So thank you, lovely tulip. And I've got a few cards here that I pulled for this reading. So the first 2 are from a tarot deck called Tarot Flora. And we have, the Queen of Cups. And once again, just as in group 1, I have to cover up the nipples there. We had the Empress in the same energy. I love that for these 2 groups. And then we have, oh my gosh, we have the 9 of Cups. Your 2 tarot cards are the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I mean, this is like ultimate emotional fulfillment. I wouldn't be surprised. This is, okay, so you're manifesting something in your life that is going to provide you with emotional fulfillment. So even if, say, you're manifesting abundance, you're manifesting money, the reason why you're manifesting it or the effect of that manifestation is you feeling more emotionally fulfilled. Ultimately, that's where you're going. You're going into a place where you feel loved, where you feel seen, where you feel honored, where you feel connected, where you feel fulfilled, contented. This could be a romantic love journey that a lot of times when people find their partner, it does bring that energy in, but it could also be, the birth of a child. It could be getting a new pet, like it can be so many, like your lifestyle shifting and you being able to have the freedom to travel or you mending a rift with a friend, or like, there's so many ways this can come about, but ultimately this is about your heart and this is about how you feel. So let's keep pulling the cards. The next card is, number 12 with expansion. That's beautiful. We have a woman riding a stag. I don't know, I felt like mentioning that. Hot air balloons, a hummingbird. These might be signs or confirmations for some of you. Morning glories. That's cool. Fog with veiled. Ooh, I love this so far. And then, how cute is that? So there's a lot of feminine energy here. I have to cover up breasts again. So maybe I'll find a smaller stone though. The card's so pretty. I don't want to cover it up too much. Okay. So this says number 20 with sweet soul rising. And you have expansion, hot air balloons. Okay, like you're rising in some way in your life. Like your soul is rising. Like your heart is expanding and opening. There's a new horizon you're entering into. And I kind of love in a weird way that fog is here with veiled, because it feels like there's something you can't fully see or make out yet. And again, with that message, like there are signs that are showing you that something's about to occur. I mean, if you look at this fog veiled, like you can see the sun like starting to peek through the clouds. You know something's coming. You just don't know what. You don't know what it's going to look like. And this energy here is pulling you into the embracing of your soul rising up into this energy and letting it truly in. There is no clinging or grasping or trying to protect yourself here. There is no trying to shield your heart or make sure you don't get your hopes up. That is just going to be the energy that you are not wanting right now. You are wanting to move into, well, that was so weird. I was channeling the message and like I kept hearing, like my ear felt like it needed to pop, and I felt like I kept hearing my voice in my head, and then instantly it just went away, and I felt like I was like going from a place of like lightness and like I was kind of like echoing in my head and something, to a place of now I feel like present in this reality. Like I can actually hear my voice in a normal way. Like it feels like I'm grounded on the earth. So that's interesting. That could be some sort of message, like 5D to 3D, like some dream of yours really manifesting in the physical world. I think that's what the soul lesson you're walking through right now is that dreams come true. Dreams really come true. They do manifest. They do land and hit and reflect themselves in this physical world. And you are meant to rise to those. You are meant to get your hopes up, because it's not getting your hopes up. They're going to be met. And again, there might be little things that pop in here and there that go back away, that aren't the one, that aren't the thing yet. But they are signs that the thing are coming, and you just have to trust in that. This is a journey of faith. A wish, like 9 of Cups is a wish coming true. Queen of Cups is the reception of that wish. I don't know what else to tell you other than, like, I don't know what to tell you. The blessings are coming in, I don't know what to tell you. You're worthy. I don't know what to tell you, like, other than get ready and prepare yourself for good things to come in. What this could look like in the real world is doing exercises. Like a lot of times I will do, what's really been helping me is doing EFT tapping. There's this channel called 22 Routines I keep promoting to everybody. She does these beautiful EFT sessions where she has affirmations along the journey. And if you're like rooting into feeling like safe to receive or opening your heart, you can do the EFT tapping along with it, and it teaches your nervous system that it's safe to be in this energy. Because a lot of times, when you like try to do affirmations and allow those to sink, it's almost like your body kind of like tenses up. But when you do the EFT tapping along with it, it like teaches your body, I'm safe here. I'm safe in this energy. I can let this in. And that's where you're being called, is to and that's actually beautiful. I mean, breath work could be really beautiful for that. When you're exercising and when you're walking in nature, like things that are really grounding you into your body and grounding your nervous system are going to be the things that really help you feel safe to let your blessings in and to allow your soul to expand into your blessings. Like I think you just needing to feel more grounded would really make a lot of sense. I mean, look at this energy here. Queen of Cups is this like psychic, intuitive energy a lot of times. It's floaty, it's watery. Same with Nine of Cups. Then we have like, look at all this air element, fog, veiled. We have sweet soul rising, hot air balloons. I could see how this would be ungrounding to truly like allow yourself to meet this new horizon that's coming in. So I think grounding is what you need. Feeling safe in your body. A lot like like creating a marriage between your body and your dreams and finding whatever way you feel called to do that. But yeah, that's the way you're merging the 3D and 5D within your own body and being, teaching yourself to feel safe letting good things in. That's literally the bridge for you. So that is a lesson you're learning right now. You gotta sink into your body and do those like consistent things that make you feel safe and remind yourself that good things do happen and you're worthy, and teach yourself to feel safe in that sense of openness and reception and worthiness. That's where you're being called right now. That's the lesson you're moving through right now. So, alrighty, group number 2, beautiful message. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like, comment, or drop a flower emoji if you enjoyed your time here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions and more in-depth, immersive pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention for this space is to be a spiritual lifeline, a place of healing, clarity, and soul alignment where you can feel safe to unfold in your most authentic, abundant, and fulfilled self. Each month within the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme for 2 Pick a Flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what unfolds in the Infinite Prayer. Using Holy Fire Reiki, prayer, and intuitively guided visualizations, messages, and affirmations, I channel a powerful transmission each month inspired by its corresponding reading. If you choose the Overflow membership, you'll receive everything in Wellspring along with access to every extended Infinite Prayer session connected to monthly in-depth readings here on YouTube. If this space is calling to you, you can find everything linked in the description below. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you. You're also welcome to explore my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and my signature phrase, "Hello, lovely human." With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and abundance. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. In today's Pick a Flower reading, I am asking the question, what lesson are you learning on your soul's journey right now? And the energy is so bubbly coming into here. It's so funny and lighthearted. And I feel like, like, I mean, maybe you don't know, but like when why am I giving this reference? Like when I was a teenager and I smoked weed for the first time, like I felt this like uncontrollable laughter, just bubbling. The energy and like you can't focus. Like I had to re-record. Like I kept saying like, "Welcome to the Little Flower. Hello, lovely human." Like I kept doing it and I couldn't get it right. Like nothing, like my brain wouldn't work right. There's like a joy and a fun and a bubbly energy coming through right off the bat. So that's super interesting because I mean, the question I'm asking here is, what lesson are you learning on your soul's journey right now? So you'd think that'd be like kind of heavier, but that's so funny. Maybe you're learning a lesson about levity and joy and how important it is. I don't know. Let's see. So you chose group number 3 with the... Oh, by the way, sorry. My name is Krista. If you haven't been here before, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with a tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. And you chose group number 3 with the pastel pink tulip, and I am doing channel messages from the flowers today. And let's see what this tulip has to say to you. I know it's been heavy. I know there's been sorrow. But I promise you, joy is just around the corner. There is a new dawn that's available to you in your life. And there's a levity and a lightness that is coming in to lift your spirits. It could be in the form of a new friend or an old friend, a romantic partner, a child in your life that's going to lift your spirits. But there's something there. There is a place to exist in simple joy. You're learning that. You're learning the preciousness of those times, the preciousness of the light. And you're able to embrace it more than ever. All right, so that's our initial message from the tulip. Okay, now I'm feeling a lot more grounded. It's funny, I did feel called to go and get some grounding essential oils, and I put them on my palm before I came here. So maybe I needed it because this energy it was like so bubbly and funny and flighty in the beginning. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what your cards are. So I chose a couple cards from the Tarot Flora. These are the only two tarots that we're pulling today. Ooh, nice. We have the Emperor. I love that. And then your other card is the Knight of Wands, masculine energy. The other two groups were strong feminine energy. So that's interesting. And then one of your oracle cards from the Nature's Whispers is number 18 with new experiences and possibilities. 18 is the number of the moon card in tarot, so I'm going to keep that in mind. We also have wolf with instinct. Okay. And then, 56 with dance of the planets. Okay. I think there's someone coming into your life. I think this is a love situation. I think there's someone coming into your life who's going to provide you with a sense of stability and structure and consistency and devotion that makes you feel so safe to, like, I heard, like, stretch out your wings and fly. Like, it's almost like you've had to hold down the fort. You've had to, like, be the masculine and the feminine, and you've had to stay, like, protecting of yourself. You've had to stay supporting. Like, you've supported others maybe. Like, you've had to, like, yeah, hold down the fort is coming through. Like, you've had to really be responsible, and I just see support coming in for you, where this part of you that wants to feel light and free and airy and bubbly, joyful, childlike, playful is going to feel free to fly, to be open, like Dance of the Planets. That's so cute. I just feel like you can go on. I keep getting references to like plant medicine. That could just be for some of you, plant medicine, soul journeys. I mean, I did talk about marijuana at the beginning, but obviously I'm not condoning any or promoting anything. I'm just saying, like, it could be confirmation for some of you that do feel called to go on like a plant medicine journey. You could, like, be finally feeling safe to explore parts of yourself that need attention, that need healing, and to go on, like, to know that everything in your world is taken care of, like everything's provided for, you're safe, and you have the freedom to open up to new worlds in your being, in your life, new ways of seeing things, like it's saying new experiences and possibilities. Like, there could be new journeys for you to go on, and, like, I wonder if some of you are going to be doing some traveling or going on taking little trips just for sheer pleasure. There's something there. But ultimately, even if this isn't like an external person coming in to help you with that and, like, to help you feel more, so I think it is. I think for most of you it is, because even with this, there are two people. It looks like they're holding hands, and it says Dance of the Planets, and they're walking into this, like, light, airy, colorful energy. You know what? I wonder if you're going to be the same for them. Like, the two of you coming together create this sense of stability and safety where both of you finally feel like you have the support you need to fly free. So what is the lesson, the soul lesson here? That is the question. 2 is better than 1. Like with wolf, that could kind of be alluding to like a lone wolf mentality. And I'm feeling you're learning how to receive support in a way that makes you feel more free you're seeing what can happen when you join forces with like-minded or like-hearted souls. You're seeing that you can mutually benefit one another on your soul's path. I just wonder if you've been in relationships in the past that have been more controlling or that have been more limiting, that have held you back or held you down. So maybe you've taken on more of a lone wolf kind of thing, more protective there. Because it just feels like you're healing from a wound where you felt that in order to be free, you had to truly just protect your energy and protect your path and stay in your own lane, which I think that's true to an extent, because I think where you're coming from, you needed to take on that mentality. But where you're going, you can open back up and see that there are people out there that want to see you thrive, that want to see you expand, that want to see you soar. And so you're seeing that the world is supportive of you in your expansion, in your light. You're seeing that you are welcome, all of you. There is a place for all of you in the world. And there's a place for all of you in community. Like, you can expand and breathe and unfold. There is a space for you for that's fully honoring of all that you are. I think you've just come from a place where you had to break patterning, you had to break down limitations, you've probably healed from things you've inherited, and there's a time and a season for, isolating and protecting your path and protecting your voice, protecting who you are and shielding yourself, but that time has passed. And so you're learning how to open up and fly free, like dusting off those wings, letting them like unfurl and just flying and being accepted in that state, like the expansiveness, the color, and the light of who you are. You're learning that right now. And it's such a beautiful thing. You are safe. And if you do want to call in someone, this could be a romantic partner, this could be a new friend, whatever the case may be. If you'd like to call in someone, you can do that right here, right now. You can set that intention, and say yes and agree to that. Like, yes, I want that person that's going to not only support me in flying free, but like when we come together, we make each other feel even more safe to fly free in our own rights. It's like how do I put it? Like, it's when you come together, you feel more safe than ever to be all of who you are. And that's such a beautiful thing. And such a gift. It's such a gift. And it's something that you won't ever take for granted. I feel that because you've been in situations where you were either misunderstood or like people tried to like bring you, they might have been unhappy with their lives and they try to bring you down to their level, but no longer. That's not your energy anymore. That's not where you're going. That's not what you're attracting. You've broken all the cycles that you need to break to get into a different reception when it comes to your relationships, like a different alignment. And it's beautiful. So lone wolf no more kind of energy here. And doors are opening. You're seeing things anew. You're seeing new opportunities. You're seeing the light. You feel free in all of who you are. And I think that's your message. I think that's the main thing. I see a time, Knight of Wands is about like inspired action and movement. And it's almost like I see you, like this woman's riding a horse. That's super cute. And I see you like moving through, like moving slow and steady, riding your horse. And then when you're in this new energy and you have all this new support around you, it's like you can sprint, like you can like take your horse and just gallop forward into your new horizon. Have fun, be free, be playful, be light. You can soar. You can really soar. Like horses are symbols of freedom as well. And I just feel like you're realizing that there are people who can come into your life that make you feel more free. And I think that's like a profound realization and difference from where you came. So really beautiful group number 3. Yep, group number 3. Ooh, I love that you're number 3 too. That's a number of expansion and openness and new possibilities. So beautiful, perfect. Alrighty, so thank you so much for being here. Feel free to like, comment, or drop a flower emoji if you enjoyed your time here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions and more in-depth, immersive pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention for this space is to be a spiritual lifeline, a place of healing, clarity, and soul alignment where you can feel safe to unfold in your most authentic, abundant, and fulfilled self. Each month within the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme for 2 pick a flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what unfolds in the infinite prayer. Using holy fire Reiki, prayer, and intuitively guided visualizations, messages, and affirmations, I channel a powerful transmission each month inspired by its corresponding reading. If you choose the Overflow membership, you'll receive everything in Wellspring along with access to every extended infinite prayer session connected to monthly in-depth readings here on YouTube. If this space is calling to you, you can find everything linked in the description below. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you. You're also welcome to explore my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and my signature phrase, "Hello, lovely human." With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and abundance. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. For today's Pick a Flower reading, I'm asking the question, what lesson is your soul moving through right now? The messages have been incredibly beautiful so far. Excited to get into it. If you haven't been here, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. And you chose group number 4. 4 is an energy of security. The first thing I heard right off the bat is your blessings are secured. So that's beautiful. And we are doing messages from the lovely pink tulips that we're using today, that are present here with us today. So I'll ask if the tulip wants to give a message. I kind of get a weird feeling like it doesn't. Let me see. Do you have anything to say, tulip? Or do you just want, wow, this tulip has nothing to say to you. This tulip has nothing to say to you. No. This tulip just wants to be a presence for us, and that's strong enough. That's the feeling. So we honor the voice of the flowers. So I pulled a few cards for you, the first being 2 tarot cards from the Tarot Flora, and your first one is the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. And then your second one is, wow, these are beautiful cards, Temperance and the Queen of Wands. That's amazing. All right, let's see what other oracle cards we get. So we have Assurance with number 14. Again, your blessings are secured. There's an assurance energy coming through here. There's a lot of imagery coming through in these readings about like seasons, and there's a time for everything, and riding the waves of life kind of thing. Wow, we also have Dance with Celebration. And, ooh, number 62 with the Choice. That's interesting. Well, you do have the Queen of Wands here, so any choices you're making will be backed by confidence, I feel. And even the word assurance, like, you know where, like, there's a feeling of, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I trust my path. I trust my voice. There's a sense of celebration with the Dance card. Like, there's a feeling of celebrating a blessing that's coming in before it arrives. So that could be confirmation for someone out there. There's profound change happening in your life. that you've been hoping for and wishing for. This card right here is a tree, and on one side we have a winter landscape, and on the other it's a summer, or it's spring, it's lush green landscape on the other side. And there's such a balance here. There are these like goddesses in the tree, and there's such a there's even like a fall energy up here. It's like all the seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Yes, all four are represented here. And there's a beautiful culmination of something happening in your life, and you're choosing into it. This is something you're actively creating and manifesting, choosing into. With the seasons being here, and then temperance as well, it feels like you've been on a journey where you've been slowly and steadily following your instincts to build something beautiful, to walk towards your blessings. You've known the whole time where you're going. There's no question of what you deserve, of what you're creating. Like, I just feel like you've been choosing your life this whole time. And if there's ever been a question if you're going the right way, I promise you, you are, and you have been. And you've made no missteps, and all detours were necessary. That's kind of the initial message here. As far as the lesson that you're learning on this journey, it is that you can trust yourself. You can trust in who you are to guide the way. I just moved the cards down so there's more space. Or, well, there is more space. Basically, there is more space for these cards to move down. So I just went ahead and did it. And then I heard, make room for your blessings, or there is room for your blessings. Like, there's an open space now for something beautiful to come in. This is an interesting one. There's no thread I'm like able to catch on to. It's just this, there's a little bit of an anticipatory energy. I see something on the horizon. I know it's coming. I choose it. I agree to it, and then it comes in. I've made room for it. I think you're learning the lesson of your own inherent power to create, to manifest, even to destroy, like to create and destroy. Not in a negative way, but just in a powerful way. Like, sometimes things that aren't serving us need to be destroyed, need to be released, need to be let go of, sometimes structures need to fall. And in order for you to move towards what's meant for you and what you want. This is about what you want and what you choose. You are awakening to the power that you hold to do good in this world. And again, with that destructive, destroy energy, a lot of us shy away, especially feminine people, females, women. A lot of us shy away from our power to change the world, to really make a difference, because that creation and destruction energy we have in us. And it's almost like a fear of making waves, a fear of being loud, a fear of causing discomfort. But you've overcome that. You are learning that it is safe to activate your God-given power to create change, not only in your life, but in the lives of others. It is safe to trust in your heart and your pure intentions, and to use the power that you hold, the massive amount of power that you hold, to make a difference in your world and the world around you, because it comes from a place of purity and love and truth, integrity. You are learning to harness your co-creative powers with the divine. But it's that power of choice. You are the one with free will. You are the one that decides. We can co-create with God all we want. We can surrender and let go and give things up to a higher power to take care of. But there are times when it is time to make a decision, and you are You are the agent of change in that scenario. You are the agent, like you are the one in charge. You are the one making the decision. You are the one responsible. And I think a lot of times we can shy away from that responsibility because it really is, it can be a destructive force, but it is also a deeply creative force. And what is being, like, we're never harming, we're never harming anyone. If something's being destroyed, it's like a belief structure, a mentality, something that's not working in the world. It's just making, the most that could possibly happen is making people like uncomfortable, who are set in their ways and who are unchanging and who are doing something that actually is harming other people, and who are being selfish and wanting to just keep things the same. Like, if you are doing anything, it's just harming a mentality that's keeping old structures in place that do harm people. So that's my point. Like, yes, it's destructive, but it's destructive of the thing. It's actually, the destruction itself is inherently protective. It's kind of like the Tower card in tarot, when structures that don't serve you just crumble away. Ultimately, though, it's protective. It's protecting you from what's not serving you. It's protecting you from something that was never stable in the first place. And that's the power you're creating from. That's the power you're aligning to within yourself. And it's fucking awesome and amazing. And it is something to celebrate. We have this woman dancing here, like this profound power, this like this African tribal woman, and so connected to the earth. I mean, think about the destructive power of the earth, but also the life-giving power of the earth, It's like all giving, all nourishing, all loving, but also if there's something that's going to mess with the integrity of life, it needs to be released and let go of and destroyed, But in your case, it's not like you're not going to cause a hurricane that's going to kill a bunch of people, Anyway, sorry, I'm just going too far into the metaphor, but you get what I'm saying. That power is inside of you, and I promise you, it's all good. It's all good. It's all, like, you can trust yourself to enact change, to speak your voice, to stand proudly and loudly and be all of who you are, to take up space. That is what you are learning. So keep going, keep trusting in who you are. Don't be afraid to be loud. Don't be afraid to make waves. It is just the truth of who you are that is born of love, period. So, all right. Thank you so much. This was a beautiful reading. Feel free to like, comment, or drop a flower emoji if you enjoyed your time here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions and more in-depth, immersive pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of the Little Flower Patreon. My intention for this space is to be a spiritual lifeline, a place of healing, clarity, and soul alignment where you can feel safe to unfold in your most authentic, abundant, and fulfilled self. Each month within the Wellspring membership, I channel a theme for 2 pick a flower readings, with one of those readings laying the foundation for what unfolds in the infinite prayer. Using holy fire Reiki, prayer, and intuitively guided visualizations, messages, and affirmations, I channel a powerful transmission each month inspired by its corresponding reading. If you choose the Overflow membership, you'll receive everything in Wellspring along with access to every extended infinite prayer session connected to monthly in-depth readings here on YouTube. If this space is calling to you, you can find everything linked in the description below. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to connect with you. You're also welcome to explore my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and my signature phrase, "Hello, lovely human." With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and abundance. You are honored and loved.